Your theory.
I think it's possible that someone has my son. I think it's possible that someone has my son. I think it's possible that someone has my son.
Everywhere you go, you can hear the laughter. Little kids playing, chasing after. Innocence shines bright like a built-in light. With their giggles and smiles, everything feels right. Oh, the joy of little children filling up the air. Their happiness, contagious, nothing can compare. Just watch them run and play, carefree and wild. Oh, the joy of little children.
Sebastian Rogers is an autistic boy. He's 15 years old. He's been missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. And everybody has been looking for him. Everybody. He is 5 foot 5 inches tall. He weighs 120 pounds. Sandy blonde hair, and he wears glasses. And again, there is no footprint of him whatsoever.
You think back, and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside. Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and I hadn't been able to figure it out. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
This boy, I've done told y'all, reminds me of my son that had autism, that is my third son. And he disappeared right down the road from part of where my family lives. And I take all of these cases serious. I am not playing about anything right now.
The original thinking was that Sebastian Rogers left home on his own, but the fact that he disappeared without a trace now has authorities looking into the very real possibility of foul play.
I'm not trying to accuse them of anything. I'm trying to tell you how suspicious they are now becoming. Well now, hello, everybody. Good morning, good Saturday morning. Hello, Janice, good morning. Good to see you here. Thank you for that. Hello, everybody. I am so glad you're here this Saturday morning. Miss Grace, thank you for being here. You're stopping by before grocery shopping. Oh, what a fun job today. Somebody's got to do it, right? Somebody has to do it. Oh, Lord. Good morning, Kimberly. Hello. Good to see you. Lisa, good to see you. I am so glad you're all here. Andrea, good to see you. Hello. The real me. Hello. Good to see you. Sebastian Strong. Lord, I have got all my stuff mixed up, and I was going to play some video, so y'all are going to have to put up with my talk, and I can only get one TikTok video on here, honey. I done restricted my YouTube self. I done restricted my videos, and I don't know what button I hit. Yesterday. I was doing something. It's all good. We're going to get through it together. Yes, we will. I hope everybody is great this morning. Hello, show poodles. Good morning. Look at that baby. I always got to look at that baby. Mama, good to see you. Hello. Good to see everybody. Thank you all for being here. Argaholic, hello. I am so glad you're here. I get so excited seeing the people, all the people and all the things. I find it strange y'all never came back after Chris jumped on her. I agree, Kimberly. Why is that? Where did all these people go? I don't understand. You know, I don't understand. And was she threatened? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people was threatened, but you know, it is what it is. You got to have thick skin here. You do. You got to have thick skin here, regardless of who you're covering, right? You got to have thick skin. Good morning, Seth. How are you doing? I hope you are recovering well. I hope you got some sleep. I know that's probably a stupid thing to say because, well, he told me the other day it's not getting to sleep. It's a matter of sleeping. You know, I know we don't get any sleep. Bless his heart. Good Lord. Good Lord. But I wanted to say that was a good live last night. Him and Justine was up there. And Seth, you can feel free to, or any of my mods, drop Justine's link in here. Looking for sunshine. Hello, good morning, good morning. I'm still looking for sunshine every day. And look at your baby. Look at your baby. I love to see all these babies. I do. I absolutely love it. Leslie, keeping it real. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Love you all. So, Sebastian, where are you? Where are you? Sebastian, where are you? Here she is. Thank you, Seth, for that. Justine was on Seth's panel last night. Pretty Little Clues. I always want to say lies. I don't know why. But Pretty Little Clues. And she is pretty. She is pretty. She's a pretty thing. But Pretty Little Clues. She's pretty new into this case, but y'all go sub up to her. And I think she does real good up there. Good morning, Bama Cat. Good morning. Thank you for being here. I was going to show some of that live. Maybe this evening I can do that. I had about 3 videos I wanted to show, and I can only get one TikTok. I have blocked myself out of YouTube. I've put some restrictions on it. And y'all know me and my buttons, honey. I was looking for something yesterday in the Summer Wells case. Got all tore to pieces, and I was clicking on everything. Yes, Seth, you might not want to take my advice about that. I'm just saying. I was giving him some advice. Oh, you're not going to hurt nothing. But, you know, I know people smarter than me. They can figure it out. I get myself in these situations, and I can't figure it back out. I can't figure it back out. So, yeah, I done it to myself, honey. I asked Millie this morning, I'm like, help. Do you know what's going on? She says she'll try. Pray for Millie, y'all. Pray for Millie. She's going through a lot. I hate to even bother her. She lost her precious Bailey, her dog, the other day, and we all know how that is. And, you know, I just want to send prayers to her. She's already going through so much, and she's my A1 from day one, and I love Millie. But then Janice come on there and say, is it something I did? No, honey. No, you didn't do a thing. It's something I did. Smiley touching these buttons don't click. They just don't click. Seth said, I have asked that question more than anyone will ever realize. So, you know, where is Sebastian? Yeah, where is Sebastian? Yeah. So good morning, everybody. I am kind of put together this morning, so I will let y'all see me. I'm not hiding behind a screen or anything. I just wanted to put his picture up. Have you seen me? And his little FBI picture here, you know. Lisa, hello, and everybody coming in. I hope I said hi to everybody. You know, I want to know when this will stop. It'll stop when he's found. It'll stop when Sebastian is found, but right now Sebastian is still missing. And it's sad to see. It's sad to see his father going through all this. It breaks my heart. Everyone is looking, everyone is praying, everyone is wishing, hoping, especially his father. His father's been deceived. by many, especially his mother, in my opinion. And I'm not just on here to bash Katie, but I'm sure we'll go there. This case upsets me so bad when it comes to her. But, you know, hey, Dreamer. Hello, good to see you. But again, his father went live last night for those that don't know. And you can go over there and watch. And I'm sure there's many people, YouTubers, that are going to play that. But go to his channel, watch, give him the views, right? Maybe that's just somebody's way of telling me, don't play it yet. Let Seth get the views, right? It is his son. It is his channel. So, okay, Seth, Sarah emailed you. So there you go. There you go. I'm just trying to check out some of this. It is 0 answers. Absolutely 0 answers. It's just absolute BS. BS. You know, we're just wishing and hoping for answers, hoping for something. And, you know, if you know anything, and there's no doubt in my mind, there's somebody or somebody's out there who does know something. Listen, no matter how small it is, please call 1-800-TBI FIND or the FBI. And by all means, if you think that you see Sebastian, please call 911. I don't care what state you're in, okay? Call 911. Don't wait, and don't send it to no YouTubers. In the entire meantime, Sumner County, where are you? Where are you? And I don't just mean the county. I mean Sumner County. I mean LE. I mean LE. I mean the DAs. I mean the Advocate Center. I mean Sumner County. I mean the higher ups. How could you? I mean Eric Craddock. Oh, I forgot. This is fact. This is not opinion. I forgot. Eric and others higher up was out at Pepper Alley's. You know. Rah, 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 rah. Shake it, baby, shake it. So sad. Now, in my opinion, and actually in Craddock's own words, way before Sebastian got missing, even before he was sheriff, I believe, you know, struggle, right? You know, he believes all that's correct, all that's fine. I don't think he has any use for any victims, in my opinion. But he wants to go watch them little females, in my opinion. He'd rather go watch the cheerleaders all day long. That's fun. Rah, rah, rah. Rather than bust a grape walking across the floor. You know, even the law LE office floor, right? To talk to a missing boy's father. To talk to news, to give an update. That's right, way before he was out there snuggling, not struggling, in my opinion. Maybe struggling to keep it quiet. That didn't work for him too good, did it, in my opinion. But he don't want to be on a missing teen. Oh, he wanted to put that on one investigator. Why is that? Why is that? And, you know, he don't want to reprimand his office for anything. He don't want to reprimand them for going out and giving other boys, fingers and all that kind of stuff. He just wants to go around to all these events and look like what he thinks is pretty boy, looks deceive, in my opinion. Looks deceive. Think about what people's calling the prop house. The one Sebastian lived in up there on Stafford Court. Looks deceive. But yeah, he'd rather be at the high school, rah, 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 shake it, shake it, shake it. Parents, hold your kids tight. Hold your kids tight. Hold them close. Talk to your teenagers. Talk to your teenagers. This is why some people absolutely 1,000% will not go to the law. You should teach your kids at an early age, never be scared of law. Never be scared to go to the law. They're there to help you. However, there's bad in everybody. It depends on how you teach them and what you teach them, because there's bad everywhere. Yep, let your children know that you love them and why you worry about them. Look, this is not a day and age that you can sit by and be quiet and put this under the rug because you don't want to damage your children by talking about this stuff. I guarantee you, they probably already know more than you know or that you've told them. And if hadn't you rather it come from you? Just saying. Again, this was way before Sebastian went missing. Also, not just the school thing. Hey, YouTuber here. Good to see you. Not just the school thing, but they knew what was going on in Sebastian's home. Sumner County Sheriff's Office, the DA, the DCF, along with many other agencies. And that's facts. Factually, I'm saying this. I'm not spitting this out unfactually. This is in their own reports. They knew Sebastian was in danger in that home, in that beautiful home. No doubt, a beautiful home. Well-to-do, very expensive home, nice home anybody would give their right arm to live in. Nice community, nice neighborhood. But all it took was that sweet talk from Mr. Chris and a little bit of allegedly, maybe, just thoughts and opinions. These are not facts, but maybe money. I don't know. Definitely status. Definitely status. To talk them away. And they left Sebastian there. They left him there to be mentally and physically abused. Their words, not mine. Their words, written in stone on black and white, not Smiley's. Facts. It's in their documents. Smiley did not have a thing to do with it. This was way before, a couple of years before Sebastian went missing, and it could have been prevented, in my opinion. And I'm going to speak on it. I will speak on it. Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers, that child on my screen right there, he could have been saved. I don't know where he's at. I don't know for a fact what happened to him. I have my thoughts and my opinions. They won't change, although I still have hope for everything, and everything needs to be looked into. But he's a vulnerable, or he was at the time, a vulnerable 15-year-old teenager with autism and other disabilities. And according to documents, Sumner County and all those uppers knew all this. They knew it when he was possibly when he was 13 in Sumner County, possibly 12 going on 13. Neighbors reported it. School reported it. The grandmother reported it. You know, y'all had questions. Even some of my own people said, you know, why didn't the grandmother's come out now. Y'all can calm down. The grandmother reported it. Things were reported. Yet in the meantime, Sebastian was left to suffer, right? He was left to suffer. See, this is why Sebastian wanted friends and why he didn't have no friends. They wouldn't allow no friends, in my opinion. So what are you going to do? Somebody keeps you in the house, keeps you away from everything, everybody. I mean, he had to go to school. What are you going to do if you're Sebastian? You're going to ask for friends. So, yeah, I guess that is logical. Maybe he did ask for friends. Maybe he thought he didn't have friends. Now looking back, even though he had friends, he just wasn't allowed friends. He was being traumatized. He was left to be traumatized. He was left to be traumatized. If you think about it, in my opinion, he was left to suffer and pretty much fend for himself, pretty much. You know what they caused, in my opinion? They caused him, law enforcement, DCF, they called his mom, let's put her at the top of the list. The truth is the truth. His mom should have been number one. His mom. They left him to not trust nobody. The system was broken. It is broken. His mom broke him, in my opinion. He couldn't trust them. He couldn't trust his own mom. Yes, in my opinion, he loves his mom. He loved his mom. That's natural. That's natural. Sorry, I thought I turned it down. That's natural. But trust, how could he? How could he? He told them, and this is not from Smiley. This is in the lawsuit. He told them he did not feel safe around his stepfather. Did he love him? Probably. I would say, yeah, he's been around him all of his life. He's a kid. Kids are resilient, you know. But was he afraid of him? Yeah. Did he fear him? Yeah. And was he feeling safe around him? No, he was not. That come from him. That's in documents. That come from Sebastian right there. Y'all, just imagine you not feeling safe as an adult. Just imagine not being able to trust anyone. Here we really can't trust anyone, but literally being in your home that's supposed to be your sacred place, and you don't feel safe. You thought you could tell the school. They tried. Their hands were tied after that. You told your grandmother. She tried, whether you knew it or not. You told everybody but your dad because maybe he was protecting, or you're protecting, whether it be through threats or what. I don't know. I don't know that part. I feel like Sebastian was protecting his dad. His dad seemed to be the only person he could trust and the only person he felt safe with. Maybe he was saving that card for a rainy day, the rainy day that never came for him or his dad. Hey, Pam, good to see you. But imagine if you feel scared and you can't trust anyone, but you're not crazy. You're not paranoid. But that trust being broken by your own mom. Your own mom, where you had to live, where you had to survive every day. You wasn't going to run away in those 2 years, because where would you go? Even if you had your little piggy bank and you had shoes on, where would you go? You didn't want to tell your dad. You want to keep him safe. So you didn't run away in those 2 years. You sat there and you took it. You took that smart ass mouth by Chris's sister, Melissa. Remember that video? Everybody jumping on you from every end at everything that you did. You felt like you had no choice. Maybe it was to save your mom. I don't know, but your mom let you down, in my opinion. But how would you feel? How would you feel, guys? The truth is the truth. That's some big shoes to fill. Sebastian could have never filled those shoes. Maybe that's why he took them off, honey. No, that wasn't even funny. But that's what Katie would like us to believe, right? That's what Katie would like us to believe. That's okay, Pam. I was in Seth's chat last night. I was doing all kinds of things and realized I was in the wrong chat last night. I don't know how I got out of it. But there's people, in my opinion, who needs to be held accountable. Let's talk about that. They need to be held accountable. Will they? I don't know. Will LE? Will DCF? I don't know. I hope so. I hope this lawsuit brings some accountability, at least. Will his mom ever be held accountable? I don't know. Will it happen? The most important thing is he needs to be found, but will that happen? We're not giving up. Will he be found? Or will he just happen to show up? See, he's almost 18. Let's talk about that a minute. Let's talk about that just a minute. Y'all know Smiley gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk. Nobody's gonna put a sock in my mouth. I just say what's on my mind. Sebastian's going to be 18 soon, but what will happen? What will happen if he's not found by then? Or will it just so happen that he'll show up? You know, the whole internet split on that one. But we don't know. None of us know. Somebody knows. Somebody knows. Chris said there's only 2 outcomes. How does Chris know there's only two outcomes? Chris knows a lot for somebody not to be there. Actually, for somebody not to be there in almost a month. You know, I always, me, myself, and I say either way, he needs to be found. And I still believe there's hope. Yes, I do. And I believe every lead needs to be checked and followed. I always will. And I don't sit on nothing that's sent to me. And I tell y'all, do not send shit to me. Don't send it to any YouTubers. Because even if I think it's not important, I couldn't in good conscience, and I told Seth, I don't want to worry you with this shit, but I couldn't in good conscience. What if it was? I couldn't sit here with it and not pass it along or send it to the proper authorities. But look how much time is wasted. And look at some of these that you might send it to that might just toss it to the side, like somebody said that about their other child, but okay. So you need to send it to the real police. Yeah, they do, Dreamer, in my opinion. In my opinion. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. But I still believe, and I have hope, and I always will. I'll always have hope. My point is, does this person or these persons think there's no accountability at that time? If he just walked up, is that what they think? Is it when he's 18, he's been brainwashed enough? I'm just saying. Well, I think your thinking is wrong. I don't know. I don't know about Sumner County, but I know there should be accountability. Even if it overrides Sumner County, in my opinion. Someone out there knows. Someone put all this in motion. Someone kept quiet. Someone shattered, and I mean shattered and stomped on a father's heart. They're still doing it. They took Sebastian. They did what they did, and they caused so much pain and trauma to him. And they cost the nation and beyond. No, we're not owed everything, but they cost the nation and beyond time and resources and all the in-betweens. So yes, there needs to be accountability. Sure does. All who was involved or is involved. I mean, come on. A 15-year-old boy disappeared. His name is Sebastian. And no matter how much time passes, the fact is he still deserves to be found. And there still deserves to be answers, and there still deserves to be accountability. Accountability don't mean making accusations, without evidence or proof. That's not what I'm saying. But as some people say or have said, it means hard questions need to be asked. It means following every lead. It means we have to continue, right? It means remembering that Sebastian is still missing, and he's not just this headline. He's not just for clicks and views. He's not a throwaway, nor is he a source of entertainment. Somebody knows something. Somebody remembers something. They're just not putting it out to LE, in my opinion. And then somebody else, they might be holding a tiny piece of information that they think is not important. But let me tell you something. Everything is important. Everything matters. Everything matters. Everything matters. Every missing child deserves a voice. And listen, let me tell you something. We're not shutting up on Sebastian. He deserves a voice. He may not be here to use his. He can't right now, but I can. And I know others who are. And we're not going to stop, like it or not. Every single investigation deserves transparency, urgency. And if mistakes were made, then they should be rectified. They should be acknowledged. I don't care who the mistakes were made by. I don't care if it was by mom, dad, stepdad, grandma, neighbors, DCF. Own it, right? I only see a few that's not owning shit. If opportunities was missed, re-examine it, right? Stop missing the boat. If there's unanswered questions, answer them. Accountability belongs to every one of us, every single one of us. Sure does. Everyone. It belongs to anyone who may have information on any missing child or any victim that they may be able to help. It belongs to all those responsible. It belongs to anybody protecting children. But most of all, it belongs to every single person involved in finding Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Now, let's get it straight. This is not revenge, okay? It's not revenge. Let's get that right. This is not about personal attacks, although we can go there. We know I can go there. But that's not what it's about. It's about Sebastian. He's missing. He's been missing over 2 years. And we can agree to disagree all day long, or we can not agree. It don't matter to me. But the truth is the truth. And we can have different opinions. But Sebastian right there on my screen, he needs to be found, and he matters. He mattered that day, and he matters today. Good morning, Deanna. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. His story matters. And his story is not over. I have another one. I put this one on here. I notice people's using it, and I'm glad they are. Use it. Have you seen me? I have another one I put across his head. His story is not over, and it's not over until he's found. It's not. Use that one too. He matters. His story matters. His family deserves answers. His dad is shattered. His dad is his family. He don't deserve any of this. And the people who spent day in and day out, month after month, sharing flyers, attending vigils, keeping his name and his face out there and awareness out there, traveling. God. Mailing flyers, letters, making phone calls, sending emails, trying to help keep his name alive. Things some people have no clue about. Deserves answers too. You can say, y'all don't deserve shit. Maybe not. But guess what? The person that holds the keys not doing all this. But people was working tirelessly, and either you need to give them the answers so they can help somebody else or bring awareness to somebody else, or they can move on. And until Sebastian's found, we're going to continue. We're going to continue to do all these things. We don't care what you say. I have my own little way. But I will continue. I will speak for myself. But we demand accountability. All missing children matter. All missing children. All victims matter. And I can assure you one thing. I know that some people that want to play victim are not the victim here. Sebastian is the victim. And I can't stress that enough. I can't stress enough if you got information to call 1-800-TBI. I can't stress enough to call FBI. And I can't stress if you think you see him or know anything to call 911 no matter where you're at. Y'all do know the most controversial person in Sebastian's case right now is his mother, Katie Lynn Proudfoot, right? I want to be very clear about something here. All of this is based on my thoughts, my opinions, public known information, court filings, interviews. Nobody, even her, should be harassed, threatened, or targeted, okay? Everybody, as we know, is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. As we all know, we all should be. We all should have that luxury. Thank God we live in America, right? Praise the Lord. But with that being said, and she even told me she understands that on a phone call, on a private phone call. She understands why people are looking at her, right? She knows she was the last person with her son. See, the problem is, in my opinion, she just didn't think out the whole scenario, the whole story, the whole what to do afterwards, the whole what was going to come up. She just thought everybody was going to sweep it under the rug. Maybe because of money, maybe because of status, maybe because somebody said. I don't know. I couldn't even begin. I wouldn't even want to ever be in her mind or her thoughts. So what happened? Where is Sebastian? And why are there so many unanswered questions? Because as a mother does better. A mother protects her child above all else, including, Katie, you might want to write this down with a pencil and paper. You might want to stick it to your shirt. You might want to tattoo it on your arm. But they protect their children above everything, including their self and their own well-being. But not her. That's just my opinion, in my opinion only. And in my opinion, she is the key. And she has been the focus of countless conversations, debates, theories, through interviews, through timelines, her very own decisions or lack thereof. So people are still looking for answers. They're going to continue to look for answers. But here's what I think. I don't think the focus should be on or ever be on creating more division. No, I don't. Hey, Lolo. I just don't. The focus should always remain on Sebastian. But Sebastian vanished under her care, under her roof, where many nefarious things have happened to him over many, many years under her care. Wake up. So she should understand the public has strong opinions, you betcha, but she needs to show, in my opinion, her innocence. Yeah, she does owe that. She owes that if she's not guilty. She hasn't even tried, in my opinion. I said she has not even tried. She has not tried to show LE. Nope, sure hadn't. She's had Chris talk from her from day one. He wasn't even there. You know, at the very least, she owes it to his biological father, Seth Rogers. But let me tell you something. I'm starting to believe, this is true. She hates Seth so much, and I'm beginning to believe that's true, because I'll be like, what? Well, why this? Why? Because she hates Seth. No, it can't. Listen, I'm beginning to believe she hates Seth so much that overrules. Y'all listen to me. Listen to me. She hates Seth so much that overrules the love, or it overruled the love and the well-being of her son, Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Katie Proudfoot, prove me wrong. Prove it. Some defended her. Some criticized her. Some simply wanted more information. Well, let me tell y'all something. She's not a weakling. She's not a victim. She can defend herself. And she don't need Chris to do that for her. She can defend herself. And I'm sure she criticizes her own decisions, but she will not give up any information because, one, she wants to save her own ass, in my opinion. She won't unlock that safe with that key. She sure won't. And that's bullshit. I say, Katie, you can stop all of this. You can stop every bit of it. You can rest. You can get this off your shoulders. In my opinion, pick up the phone and call Sebastian's father. I know I know he can be like a child sometimes. I know that. I don't blame him. But you created this mess. You created this. And guess what you did, though? The best thing you ever did was create Sebastian, your child, with Seth, right? So I think you should bite the bullet, bite your tongue, and the anger, take whatever you get, right? Because you don't want to turn yourself into law enforcement for whatever reason, or whoever, or what you know. I'm not saying you're absolutely 100% guilty of anything, but you are guilty of some things, right? And you know things. So if you don't want to talk to his father, sit down and write him a, play a Miss Ramsey, letter, in my opinion. Sit down and write a 25 or 30-page letter, okay? And just send it to him. Give him all the answers and pay your dues. Nobody, in my opinion, can stop you from that. Nobody. Nobody. Do the right thing. Yeah, but I'm not going to continue to, I'm not going to stop preaching for her to do it for her son. She never was there for him before. I'm not going to stop. If you've never done the right thing in your entire life, I'm just here to tell you, no matter how hard it is, no matter the circumstances, and you think you're the only one in this world, I'm sorry, you're not. Some things are hard to do. Some things are hard to say. But boy, it sure does feel good when it's all out in the open. Sometimes it's the hardest thing you ever think you're going to do until the next time. Hopefully for you, there won't be no next time, but just saying. At least until Sebastian is found or the truth is told, these questions are not going to stop. They're not. I want everybody to remember Sebastian. Sebastian should have been starting back to school. School just started back. Sebastian is loved. He's a son. He's a human being. You should only be on Sebastian's side. That's the right side. The only side, in my opinion. He deserves answers. He deserves truth. He deserves justice. But more than anything, people, he deserves to be found. Thank you, Miss Grace. Love you. Thank you, honey. I wake up with Sebastian on my mind. I go to sleep with Sebastian on my mind. I myself wonder all day long about Sebastian. Sebastian's not my child. I don't know Sebastian. I've never met him. I hope he's safe. I wonder if today's the day he's going to be found. I wonder all kinds of things. I still got my green lights on the front porch, on the back porch. I'm 500 miles away. I wonder, all kinds of things. I wonder, would he believe that so many strangers across this country care and still care this day? I think he would. I think he would. Listen, every person that has ever walked away from anything, there's others that always stand. Katie may have walked away and washed her hands, just my opinion, just an observation on the outside looking in. But we're going to always stand, and we're going to always stand for Sebastian and stand strong, and we're going to continue. Yep, we sure are. Because I know I'm going to refuse to give up. I just ask that y'all share. You share his poster, his flyer, that you share this live, that you share any lives worthy of information that's not false information, and get his name and keep his face out, but most of all, to keep the pressure on. That's what's most important, to keep the pressure on and let them know we don't care what Sumner County LE's doing. We don't care how much they effed up, and we don't care how much DCF has messed up. We don't care about any of that. We're going to put the pressure on, and we're not going away. You're going to be in these platforms. You're going to be on X. You're going to be on Facebook. You're going to be on whoever has Kick. You're going to be on TikTok. You're going to be on whatever, however, and behind the scenes, people is going to still keep traveling, me, myself, and I, and putting these posters up. I don't give a damn if you have me followed and have them taken down. I don't care if they're in the bathroom and the janitor comes in and takes it down 5 minutes later. I don't care. I'm not asking permission. I'm going and putting these flyers up on my dime, my time, and I'm not stopping. I want the pressure to be kept on. Sebastian's side is who I'm on. I ask you to share the things that need to be shared. Keep the pressure on. Say a prayer for him if you believe in that. If you don't, just share his name, his face. Not no lies. You don't have to add to. You don't have to take away. But don't allow Sebastian to become yesterday's news. In fact, you can write to all the news stations. There's something you can do. Some of you want to send, and it's your money. You can do whatever you want. Some of these things are free. Some of you want to be in other chats, and that's fine. And you want to send me, don't send me. You want to send other people that are just get their whole life, taken care of. Take $5 out, or whatever stamps is now. Hell, I don't know. I should know. I done bought plenty of them. Take a 20 out, buy stamps, envelopes, get some flyers printed, start mailing these letters out. Do it. You don't want to do that? Okay. Can you make a few phone calls a day? Can you make a few? You don't want to do that? You don't want to talk to people? Okay. Can you do some emails? I mean, you are on the computer a lot. Sebastian's not going to be forgotten. He's never going to be forgotten. He's not going to be forgotten. We're not shutting up. We're not. I'm not. I am going to play this because I can play the TikTok one. I got to figure out what is wrong with my computer. What button that I pushed that made me where I can't. I've done restricted my own self. Thank you so much, Lolo. Thank you. But I will play this one. I think this one has, this is Hindsight's. So we'll give Hindsight credit, and it has Sweetie Pie Low in it. Let's play it because it's the only one I got frustrated and ended up keeping up. But we're going to watch it just because I have it up and just because, okay? So hold on.
When was you last seen?
6:30 on Sunday night, law enforcement has him on camera leaving the steakhouse. They drive for 9 minutes back to the house. Now, about a week after this information was uncovered, I guess, from law enforcement, or it's actually, no, about a week into the investigation, then Katie comes out and says, hey, by the way, I have dash cam footage. So Sebastian is actually heard in the vehicle on dash cam during that drive home.
They literally used my 360 and
they got the
knew
timestamps.
That route I took. Yes. They knew how fast I went. Yep. They knew if I did any stops, which I didn't. They know, they literally know every detail because we have upgraded 360. So they literally, and I have a thing in my car with a camera.
Yeah, the dash cam.
It's not a dash cam.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's wrong.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell people what it is. In this vehicle, there was something that recorded a video and audio.
But law enforcement had multiple sources to confirm every move I made that day.
Okay.
Up to and including voice and video.
There's a lot of speculation. When was he last seen? 6:30 on Sunday night, law enforcement has him on camera leaving the steakhouse. They drive for 9 minutes back to the house. Now, about a week after this information was uncovered, I guess, from law enforcement, or it's actually, no, about a week into the investigation, then Katie comes out and says, hey, by the way, I have dash cam footage. So Sebastian is actually heard in the vehicle on dash cam during that drive home.
They literally used my 360 and
they got the timestamps.
That route I took.
Yes.
They knew how fast I went. Yep. They knew if I did any stops, which I didn't. They know, they literally know every detail.
Whoops, I forgot I was on mute. Sorry. Okay. So, in my opinion, Seth, they didn't show that to you, correct? They need to show that to Seth, number one. But I'm sure all that will come out in discovery. But, we need to keep on. We need to keep that pressure on. There is many things that's been said and done, and people seem to forget it's still out there. Now, Katie, you need to come over. Exactly. He said, why wasn't that given to me to hear proof of life? Boom, boom, boom. Why? It's the witch. I didn't, she said. Yeah, and I feel like, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I think if y'all will go back to the earlier interviews, even Dutch's, Olivia's, mine, and Katie Miller, all those interviews. After that, there might have been a little bit of truth or whatever, but after that, a little bit of truth mixed in lies, I should say. But after that, you could tell, in my opinion, just an observation, that they were watching more and they could see what people wanted to hear. We don't want you to come out and say what you think people want to hear. We want the truth. We want the truth. Okay? It's time. It's time the truth was told. That's all. You want us to stop? You want it to stop? You don't answer to us? You're going to answer to somebody. You don't want this pressure? Well, get it straightened out, because we're not stopping and we're not giving up 100%. Now, look, y'all, I'm going to play this song. I think I got all my crap mixed up. I hope it's Sebastian's song. Let's see if I can get this correct here. Oh, here we go. Yep, here we go. I got it. I'm going to play this song out. I love y'all. I thank you for being here. I'm going to try to come back on here tonight And I will see you in the streets. YouTube streets, that is. Y'all have a good one.
On a cold February evening, a shadow walked away. A boy with dreams and laughter, now lost in yesterday. The seasons turn in silence, time spins without a sound. Yet every whispered memory still echoes all around. Don't stop calling his name, don't let the silence win. Keep the porch light shining bright, keep the hope alive within. For Sebastian, our dear friend, every heartbeat says the same. You are loved, you are remembered. We'll never stop calling your name. His pictures in our windows, his laughter fills the air. No amount of passing moments can diminish how we care. Every candle ever lighted, every prayer that we share is a promise to the future, a testament to prayer. Don't stop calling his name, don't let the silence win. Keep the porch light shining bright, keep the hope alive within. For Sebastian, our dear friend, every heartbeat says the same. You are loved, you are remembered. We'll never stop calling your name. Sebastian, if somehow you hear us, know our hearts beat strong for you. People searching in the shadows, still holding on to truth. You have never been forgotten, not for one single day. Our promise stands unbroken, we're not walking away. Don't stop calling his name, don't let the silence win. Keep the porch light shining bright, keep the hope alive within. For Sebastian, our dear friend, every heartbeat says the same. You are loved, you are remembered. We'll never stop calling your name. To everyone listening, please remember Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. If you know something, no matter how small, share it with law enforcement. Sebastian, you are loved, you are missed, you are remembered. And as long as there are people who care, your name will continue to be spoken. Your picture will continue to be seen, and hope will continue to live. This is our promise. We'll never stop looking.